guys, what's up? My name is Rachel and welcome back to my channel, The Reading Otter 7. Okay, and today I'm going to be doing the rapid fire book tag, and this is by Girl Reading. This is just a couple of questions that you're supposed to answer kind of like rapid fire, so I haven't even thought of my answers, I'm just gonna roll with it. So the first question is, ebook or physical book? Clearly a physical book. These are my babies, so physical book. Question number 2, paperback or hardback? Always hardback if I can find it, because paperbacks are too like much of a toss-up, because you can get a floppy one that's great and fantastic to read, and then there are also ones that don't bend at all that suck to read. So by general, I just like to have hardbacks, and I like the look of them better. So, question number 3, online or in-store book shopping? This is kind of like a toss-up for me, because I do love going to bookstores. It's one of my favorite things to do. I'm actually going to a bookstore today after work because I need some retail therapy. But I also think that online shopping is really nice. Like, I'm a huge fan of Book Outlet, huge supporter of Book Outlet, huge supporter of Amazon because it gets here fast and I don't have to spend any gas money to get to a bookstore. So I don't know, I guess in-store just because I like the feeling of like running my hands on the spines and being able to like open them up and feel them before I buy them. So I guess in-store. Question number 4, trilogies or series? I think in my experience I like series better, because like the Harry Potter series, the Percy Jackson series, the Heroes of Olympus series, for some reason I just feel like I get more into series, so yeah, series. Heroes or villains? Heroes. I know that's mainstream, but I just like myself a good hero. Question, I'm losing track. Number 6, yeah. Question number 6, a book you want everyone to read. When Dimple Met Rishi, because it's so cute. Read it. Question number 6, I believe, 6 or 7, somewhere in there. I'm gonna stop counting. Recommend a underrated book. I think this series is significantly underrated. I like never hear anybody talk about it, and it's really fun, so. Yeah, this is the 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray, and it's part of the Firebird series. You guys should check it out. And the covers are beautiful. The last book I finished was Illuminae by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. 5 out of 5 stars, by the way. Check it out if you haven't read it. I think I'm the last person on earth who hasn't read it, so I'm sure you've read it. But if you haven't, go read it. The last book you bought? I think the last book I bought was The Titan's Curse by Rick Riordan. Yeah, that's gonna be my answer. I guess technically the last book I bought were these two. I bought them at the same time, so I think it counts. These are for school. This one's Go Tell It on the Mountain by James Baldwin, and then this one is Black Boy by Richard White. They're for my Black Literature class, so they have cool spines at least. Okay. The weirdest thing that you've used as a bookmark? I'm pretty sure it's actually in... It is. This is probably the weirdest thing I've used. This is a coupon for $1 off organic tea. But it's a nice size, and it works really well for a bookmark, so I guess that's the weirdest thing I've used for a bookmark. By the way, this coupon has expired, so don't ask me for it. It's not gonna get you anywhere. Okay. Okay. Used books, yes or no? Yes. Actually, 85% of our books are probably used from this wonderful store called Second and Charles. If you live in the South and you haven't been to a Second and Charles, especially if you live in Georgia, what are you doing with your life? Go check it out now. It's an orange building, you can't miss it. It's so awesome. So huge fan of used books. Top 3 favorite genres. Now this is hard. I think my number 1 most read, and therefore probably my favorite genre, is young adult contemporary. I love them, they're like candy, and they're usually just pure adorable fun, so I enjoy those. And then I really like historical fiction. I've only read 2 historical fiction books so far, but I loved them. Salt to the Sea, which I read last year, was probably one of my favorite books of 2016 for me. So, huge fan of the genre. Don't read enough of it. And I guess my third favorite genre is probably middle grade fantasy. Just because I gobble up Rick Riordan's books like you would not believe. Love them. They're so much fun. Borrow or buy? Buy. Duh. I want to have my own copy. Characters or plot? I guess I really prefer a plot-driven story, and I think that's my problem with, like, Sarah J. Maas's writing, is, like, to begin with, it's very character-driven, and it just doesn't, like, catch me. I want something that has a good plot that's immediately gonna suck me in. Long or short books? I don't know. When the lazy reader in me is speaking, I want a short book, but I also like the development that you can get in a big book. So I guess I'm gonna have to go with big books, honestly. And then the next question kind of ties into that, and this is why I'm saying big books, is because the next one is short or long chapters. And so I like big books, and I cannot lie, that have short chapters. And I don't really like long chapters because for me, when I'm reading a book and it's late at night, I'm like, okay, one more chapter. And then the chapter's like 25 pages. Oh my god, like what have I just gotten into? It's kind of, and then I get like bored, I guess, halfway through the chapter. But if you broke it into 2 chapters, it would like hold my attention more. It's really weird, but that's just how I function. I don't really get it either, so don't worry if you're like, what? Because I don't get it either. That's just how I am. Name the first 3 books you think of. Oh. Illuminae, because it's like ingrained in my head right now because it was awesome. My Lady Jane, because I'm currently reading it. And Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, because I'm also currently kind of reading that with my sister, so yeah. Yep, first 3 books. Books that make you laugh or books that make you cry? I think I prefer books that make me laugh because I want to read something enjoyable, and usually like crying books like make me angry, because if you make me cry, I'm like, dang it, you made me cry. I mean, I still enjoy them, but I would much rather laugh in a book than cry. Our world or fictional worlds? Our world, because it is so hard for me to get into a fictional world. Like, I admire authors who can write these grand, extravagant worlds, but it's so hard for me to get into them. That's why, like, fantasy series are such a struggle for me, because most of them are high fantasy, and I just have, like, a really hard time, like, getting into the world, because there's so much world building. I'd much rather you make it, like, urban fantasy, where it's, like, set in a world that I can already kind of know about a little bit. It's just easier for me. Audiobooks, yes or no? Yes, 100 times yes. The audiobook can make or break a book for me. Like, the Magnus Chase audiobooks are phenomenal. Basically anything Rick Riordan narrated in book form is, like, fantastic. Comedic memoirs are so much better in audiobook, I think, because then you get to, like, hear the comedian, like, embody their book. I love audiobooks. I would read every book that I had in an audiobook if I could, to be honest with you. I think it just kind of brings it to life better. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? Yes, I am that person, and I hate it, but I have a lot of cover buys on my shelf. Did I mention this in this movie? Yes, it was my underrated book. Like, the Firebird series by Claudia Gray that I showed earlier, the spines are right there. Those were a cover buy. I saw them in Books A Million and I was like, oh, that's beautiful. I have to have that. And then I read it. And I did enjoy it, but I am horrible at judging books by their cover. The worst. Book to movie or book to TV adaptations? In my experience, I think I like book to TV better. I've only watched like 1, I think, because I haven't watched Game of Thrones yet. It's on my list, but I haven't watched it yet. And the only one I can think of off the top of my head is The 100, and I just feel like TV shows, they have a better opportunity to follow the plot more closely because they don't have to worry about it being 2 hours long. You know, they can do like hour-long episodes and do like 12 or 15 episodes in a series in one season even, and I feel like they can do a better job of sticking to the book. So I prefer TV adaptations. A movie or TV show you preferred to the book. The 100. I read the first 100 book and I was like, wait, who is this extra person they threw in first off? Second of all, it was just like weird and I didn't really care for like any of what was going on at all. The only thing I did like was Bellamy and Clark getting together like right away and none of this like Clark and Lexa crap. I'm sorry if you enjoy that, but like, no, I'm sorry. Like, Bellamy and Clark just kind of work together in like the love to hate you kind of way where they like bicker all the time. It's just better. That was off topic. Series or standalones is the final question, which I think is perfect because I feel like I kind of have like an unpopular opinion with this, but I love standalones. I don't know why, I just do. I guess it's just easier for me to get into because they're a standalone, so the author usually gets into it faster. I just love them. They're a lot of fun. And they're easy to read, and honestly, they make my Goodreads challenge go up faster, so shoot me. But, I do prefer standalones, so yeah. Alright, well that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave down in the comments below kind of like your answers on some of these. I'm really curious to know like if you like audiobooks or not, because I feel like that's kind of up in the air. Yeah. And I want to know if anybody else is weird about borrowing books, because I'm really weird about it. So, yeah. Leave that in the comments down below, and subscribe for more awesome content. And I will leave the original creator's video in the description down below as well, so that you guys can check out her video. So, yeah. I'll see you guys next time.